Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rants. Let's get straight into today's video. Just a quick video to talk about a fight that got announced last week, and I can't believe I didn't make a video about it at the time. I was really busy. What can I say? We all lead busy lives, but I'm a man of the people, so I'm getting round to it now. David Benavidez will be stepping up to Cruiserweight to challenge unified WBO and WBA champion Gilberto Ramirez, fellow Mexican rival, and this fight will be going down on Cinco De Mayo weekend. Let's talk about it. Straight off the bat, the first thing I want to acknowledge about this fight is how the hell did both of these guys both used to make super middleweight? They're absolutely ginormous. Now, I'm a fairly big guy myself. I'm around 6'2" and I walk around at 90 kilograms. And I'm sure if I had a face-off for whatever reason, maybe I get made mandatory for one of these guys, they'd both tower over me. And they'd probably be too big, too strong for me. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I've got no idea how these guys were getting down to super middleweight. I don't even know how Zurdo Ramirez was making light heavyweight. He's absolutely massive. He's a unit. He could probably go up to heavyweight. But yeah, they're both meeting at cruiserweight. Two Mexicans fighting at such a high weight. You don't really associate the Mexicans with these higher weight classes, do you? I think Zurdo might have been the first to win a belt at super middleweight. Light heavyweight, he didn't win a belt there, no, he lost to Bivol. And then definitely at cruiserweight, he'd be the first Mexican to win a belt up at cruiserweight. And now David Benavidez is joining him up there, looking to become a free-weight world champion. He didn't bother waiting around for Bivol and Beterbiev. He said, F that, you two are messing around. I ain't wasting no time. I'm chasing legacy. I'm chasing greatness. I'm going up. I'm going after Zurdo. Now, although these two have sort of been like passing ships in the night during their career, they were both champions at super middleweight simultaneously, I believe. But there was never really a scenario where that fight could have happened. Benavidez over on PBC. Zurdo would have been at top rank at the time, I believe. I'd have to fact check that. But yeah, it wasn't really feasible. Then Zurdo moved up to light heavyweight. He didn't stick around there for too long, and then he jumped up to cruiserweight, where he's probably had the best run of his career and he's looked the most impressive. He's definitely had the best performances so far up at cruiserweight. And now we finally get the fight. Benavidez, he teased about it before, after the Anthony Yarde fight in the ring. A lot of people were like, yeah, whatever, we'll see if that happens. But David Benavidez is about that life. He meant it. He's now going to be fighting Zurdo up at cruiserweight. These two have sparred before. This was way back in 2016 before Gilberto Ramirez challenged Artur for the world title. So a lot of time has passed since then. There's been a lot of water under the bridge. Both have gone on to have exceptional careers in their own right. But what will both guys take away from those sparring sessions? Will they take any confidence? Or will they think, maybe he got the better of me there. I need to be wary of this going into the fight. Either way, they're going to be completely different fighters from then. Speaking on those sparring sessions, David Benavidez said, and I quote, "We have a lot of history together. I know it's going to be a great fight. I know he's going to come in prepared, but I know what I've done with Zurdo in the past and what I can do with him. So I'm extremely confident." And they say sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that seems to be the case here with David Benavidez. He's been in there with Zurdo. He respects him on a professional level, but he thinks he can go in there and do a number on him and become a free-weight world champion. Like I say, there's some mutual respect there between the guys, but they're both going to be going into this fight very confident that they're going to win. Zurdo, get out of jail card for the Opataya fight, but it's still a very tough task. It's not like he's avoided that fight to go and fight a pudding. He's fighting a very, very good fighter, albeit maybe a slightly smaller man, stepping up in weight, but he's going to be getting paid a hell of a lot more than he would for the Opataya fight. So I don't really think you can complain, given the fact that Opataya is fighting Brandon Glanton, who's had a loss to Chris Billum-Smith, and a win over a washed-up Marcus Brown in his recent fights. I think David Benavidez is a much better choice of opponent. As for the fight, a prediction, it's a bit early to make one yet. I'm going to make one a bit closer to the fight. Will David Benavidez be able to handle the step up in weight? Will he be able to handle Zurdo's size, strength, his power? Or will his speed prove to be too much for Zurdo? We know Zurdo's come up, he's been fighting guys that are naturally slower and flat-footed than him, but Benavidez is going to bring it. If he can translate his engine, his work rate, his combinations up to cruiserweight, we're in for a very good fight. But that's just a bit of news, an update. Benavidez versus Zurdo, Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's going down for the Unified Cruiserweight World Championship. What do you think about this fight? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new. See you on the next one. Peace out.